Hi, people. I thought I'd come and just do a sort of overview, really, starting really from scratch regards dog training and how you have to be, how your energy has to be, how your posture has to be, and how your approach has to be to the dog. I mean, I have worked with other people, and their dogs work fine with me as soon as I hand them over. They're a nightmare, and that's because the owners are weak. Dogs don't appreciate weak energy. It's I'm not saying about shout and scream, there's no need, they can hear perfectly well. But you have to stand straight, you have to own it. You have to have self-belief, you picture what you want, you create what you want, and you make it happen. And that sounds overly simplistic, and I suppose because I've been doing this for over 45 years, to me it's second nature. I can be slobbing around the house, hunched over and in pain, but as soon as I have a lead in my hand, I straighten my very poorly back and, head up, and I'm off, and I expect my dogs to heel. I mean, actually, out the two of them, my wife's the one that gets a little bit more excited. I mean, she's just on a flat buckle collar. And, I suppose because of her arthritis and what have you, to a point, I let her get away with it. But, not that much. I mean, with YY, all I've got to do is drop the lead and she'd pick it up with her mouth and put it back in my hand. It's like, Mummy, where have you gone? So, it's how you approach dog training. You have to have a strong energy. You have to mean what you say and say what you mean. Don't make it complicated. I am of the opinion that when training a dogs, we some people talk to them too much. It is about commands and discipline and teaching and shaping a dog. I mean, there are many methods of training, and I'm not going to sit here and go into all of it, but if people want to make it scientific with R plus, P plus, and P negative and R negative, that's up to them. It's not the way I go about things. I like it to make it as easily understandable for your everyday old dog owner as possible. So I've had some questions on heeling, and I am going to do a video on that. And I think there's something that needs to be clearly understood here. It doesn't matter how many acres of land you have. Letting your dog go out and run around is just going to create excitement. And the one thing we have to do with high drive hyper dogs is cap it. That's what it's called. It's called capping. So you have to cap the drive. You have to cap the energy. When Zed is working, she's not hyper. Oh my God, she's a high drive dog. She's a hyper little girl. Very strong-willed, very stubborn. But as soon as I put her into work mode, it's not there. Because she knows she has to do as she is told. Because if she wants to have that run around the woods as a free dog, as I call it, because after she's finished work, I say, free dog. And she can run around the woods and she can sniff, and as long as she comes back on a whistle, she's fine. And she doesn't put things in her mouth. Pica is a very big problem, and the purely positive people are, put a muzzle on your dog, that'll stop it picking anything up. Yeah, it's not much of a life for a dog, is it? It also gives the wrong impression to other people. So the way you approach dog training has to be authoritative, I guess. You are the leader, you're the one in charge. I mean, my dogs don't go out the front door in front of me, not ever. They have to sit with their leads on. I mean, yes, with Zed, there's a certain amount of whining because she's a little bit excited. But a lot of that is her immaturity and her age. But they still have to sit. I walk out the door and I say, come, heel. And they come, heel. When I come back, they sit up the front step and I come in, unlock the door, come in. And I say, home. And they come in. You have to have these boundaries, and it does start at the front door. If you're taking your dog out the front door excited, you have failed, because your dog is going to be in such a state of excitement and almost in a frantic, determined way to get to where it wants to go, that's going to pull anyway. So having the right approach to training is key. Calm, assertive, but there's no need to shout. You don't need to raise your voice to a dog. I mean, have a stern voice, sure. Using your voice. I'm sitting here and I cannot think. Vocal intonation is what I'm talking about. You know, it's the tone you put in your voice. I mean, my dogs know when I'm messing about and being a silly cow, and they also know when I absolutely mean what I'm saying. And if I stick the word now in it, I mean now. So, you know, think about your approach, how you are mentally. If you're frustrated and fed up, don't train at that time. Wait until you feel calmer. I mean, I've got a very strict regime going here, and a routine here. I'm just due to take Zed out in a minute in the rain, but never mind. Doesn't matter, rain, snow, hail, thunder, lightning, whatever. Still go out training. 5 walks are done no matter the weather. You know, I get a bit sick of fair weather walkers that, oh, well, it's snowing or it's raining, I'm not taking the dog out. Is that fair? You know, that there are games that I can show you how to play indoors when it's you know, bad weather, because I have a lot of structured games, but nothing replaces a structured walk. And as I said, it doesn't matter how many acres you've got, you still have to put your dogs on leads and take them out. And yes, they have to heel, okay? It is essential to a dog's mental well-being, because what they see out in the world helps them to learn about the world. They need to understand. It's like Zed knows that she's got to sit at a curb and wait for me to say, cross. Otherwise she doesn't take a paw off the curb. She's not allowed to. You know, you have to keep them safe in the world. It's the first thing we must create for our dogs is safety. And that's so important. Okay, so I'll leave this here for today. I think there could be quite a kind of few foundation videos where I'm just chatting, okay, about how to approach dog training, because I'm going right back to the beginning here. So have a good day. It's my birthday today. Yeah, what that's worth. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.